Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the linear data structures. In that we are going to see the arrays and the linked list. Let us see first of all what is a data structure. Data structures are a specialized means of organizing and storing data in computers. So we have data and we have primary and secondary data. In the primary data are simple data or single data. When have secondary data means they are the derived data like an arrays, records and so on. So these data structures give a special meaning how to organize or how to arrange those data in computers in an effective manner. How to organize and also how to access, that is the data structures, definition of the data structures. Now it helps to perform the operations on the stored data more efficiently. So when the data is organized properly, when the data is arranged properly, all the operations like searching, sorting, merging, so whatever the operations on the data structure can be performed efficiently. And then let us see about the arrays. So this is the structure of an array. So the array start from one location. So we know that array is an collection of items stored at an contiguous memory locations. That means the contiguous means continuous memory locations. Here we are seeing this is the array. This array have the elements u, b, f, d, a, x, e, c, etc. These are all the array elements. And now this 0, 1, 2, 3 are the index of the array. That means the location. First location contains the data u. Second location contains the data b. And one more thing is that array is the collection of similar data. Here all are the characters. This is the character array where we have each element as a character. Likewise, if you say an integer array, all the elements are integers. So the memory occupied by these individual elements are equal. So every block of memory is used to store one single data or one part of the data. Here the index a of 0, mathematically we say the element as an array as a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3. So same way here in computer representation these elements are stored consequently, and this is the index, that is the numbering of the position, and then this is the memory address. So it is assumed that the memory location starts from 200 for this array, so it needs 1 byte. So 201, 202, etc. this memory location goes like this. Okay, so this is the pictorial representation of this array. The idea is to store multiple items of the same type together. So the items are of same type. We cannot mix one integer with one character or one with a string. So every element should be of an uniform type. The same type should be stored in an array. Let us see the types of the arrays. One-dimensional array. Data structures are a specialized means of organizing and storing the data in computers in such a way that we can perform the operations on the stored data more efficiently. So this is the example of an one-dimensional array. Here the one dimension says the dimension is an column or a row. So we can say A1, A2, this is a matrix. Generally in mathematics we know what is a matrix. So this is a column matrix. In computer terms you say it is an array, one dimensional array or a column array. And this is an row vector having different rows A1, A2, etc. till AN. So this is the row vector. This is one of the example of an one-dimensional array. This is the format, column matrix as well as the row matrix. Now the example, this is the numerical array. So A is the name of the array. This is the numerical array, consists of the integers as the components. Now an example of an array which has the name of the students. So here the array index are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and the elements are John Brown, Sandra Gunn, all the names of the students are given. So here we can see that all the names of the students, they are similar type. So arrays always have the similar type of data. Now this is an example of a two-dimensional array. So as we know, in mathematics, matrix is the example of a two-dimensional array. So we always number the matrices the position as A11, A12, A13, saying that first row, first column, and then first row, second column, and so on. Likewise here A21, second row, first column, second row, second column, and so on. Likewise this matrix has 2 dimensions. So an example is given. This is an example of an table. We also call this as a table because it's in 2-dimensional array. We have a row and a column. So the collection of row and column is a table. So we can see here this is an example of a table which has the department and the store. So there are 4 departments and here there are 28 stores in this particular department, and there the elements, these values are the numerical values that shows the sales or some numerical value of the particular department and the store. Now let us see the next data structure, which is linear data structure, which is the linked list. So what is a linked list? A linked list is a similar data structure, is an linear data structure in which the elements are not stored under contiguous memory locations. So in array we have seen that the elements are stored at contiguous memory locations, but in the linked list it is not the case. Let us see how the linked list elements are stored. So how it is stored? The elements are stored using the pointers as shown in the below image. Now this is the example of a table just we have seen in the previous 2-dimensional array concept. So now this is an array. Let us see how this particular array representation can be given in a linked list form. So we know that the linked list consists of the pointers. So the pointers points to the relative elements. For example, here we can say they are assigned some values. For Jones the value 1 is given, for Ray the value 2 is given, for Smith the value 3 is given. Now we can see this, instead of this values, now the pointers values are assigned over here. So here wherever Smith is there, we are using the value as 3. You can see for Adam this is Smith, and for Evans Smith is there, and for Hill Smith is there. So in the 3 positions, instead of Smith we are using the value 3 in the pointer concept. So here 3, and for here 1 3, and here 1 3. So instead of Smith the value 3 is substituted. And then for the salesperson Ray, here we are using this Ray is given 1, 2, 3 and 4 places. So instead of those 4 places, the pointer is given 2, here 2, and here 2, and here 2. Same way for the Jones it is given 1. So here for the clerk, the salesperson is Jones number 1 here, and also for the farmer. So in those positions here 1 is substituted. So this is one way of representing using the pointers. And now we can see that this particular Jones, here you can see that this 1 is Jones is pointed by this pointer, and then for 2 it is Ray, 2 is pointed directly to 2, and for here this Smith, okay, and then for the Smith it is pointed through 3. Okay, so the pointers are combined from this, and then the connections are made through the pointers. This is one way of representing the arrays using the linked list. Next one is the another representation. The same table is considered over here. Here what is the difference here is you are using the salesperson. In the previous slide we are using the customer and the pointer. Now another representation we are using the salesperson and the pointer for those salesperson. So here the salesperson are Jones, Ray and Smith, and now we can see this particular salesperson John is associated with Clark as well as the farmer. They are having the index as 3 and 6. So it is given as 3 and 6. Same way for Ray is associated with Brown, Drew and then Geller as well as the Infel, 4 persons. So now Ray is having the positions 2 and then 4 and then 7 and then 9. So it is given as for Ray 2, 4, 7, 9 as the pointer, which will point to the customer in the positions 2, 4, 7 and 9. Same way for Smith it is 1, 5, 8. So Smith associated with Adam, which is 1, and then Evans is 5, and then for 8 it is Hill. So this is also one more representation of using the pointers to represent the linked list. And another method is here the same table is taken for example, and this is another form of representation where we are having the same way. Jones, Ray and Smith are given the pointers 3, 2 and 1. So now here we can see that from this pointers from 2 it is given to 4, okay, and then from 4 it is given to 7, and then it is 7 it is given to 9, and 9 is given to 0, which means Ray has it is assigned the value as 2, and now Ray is connected to 4. The Drew is the customer, and then he is connected to Geller, the 7 is the customer, and then the Infeld 9 as the customer. So the pointers goes from 2, which is Ray, and that is passed to 7 and then 9. So 2 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 9, and from 9 there is nothing, it is given as 0. So when the pointer is point to 0, that is the end of the list. So this is the way to follow the linked list. Let us see the difference between the array and the linked list. Array is a collection of elements of similar data type. Array elements store in contiguous memory location, and arrays works with the static memory. Here the static memory means that the memory size is fixed and cannot be changed at the runtime. That means suppose we are assigning the array size as 10 and the program starts executing, and then while execution if in some cases the array elements increases, in that case this array cannot hold all the increased, which is the new elements, so it will discard the remaining elements. So this is a static memory concept where the memory size is always fixed, and then the array elements are independent of each other. That means here we can access the elements using the index, that is the, for example, A of 5, the 5th element, A of 6, the 6th element, A of 100, the 100th element. So the array elements can be accessed independently, but in the case of linked list that is not possible. Let us see the differences of the linked list. A linked list is a collection of objects known as a node, where node consists of two parts, the data and the address. We have seen in the previous slides, we have the salesman as the data and the customer as the pointer, otherwise vice versa. So any can be a data and any can be an address, any can be a pointer. So likewise every node consists of two components, data and the address. So this address helps to follow the consecutive links. Linked list elements can be stored anywhere in the memory or randomly stored. So as in the array, it is not necessary to store in the continuous memory locations. Here the linked list, the elements can be stored in any memory area, but they can be followed through the pointers. Next one is the linked list works with the dynamic memory. That means the size of the memory grows using the runtime requirements during the runtime. In the case of array it is static, but in the case of linked list the memory is dynamic, where the memory grows as the program creates more and more data. The fourth difference is array elements are independent of each other, whereas the linked list elements are dependent on each other. So why it is dependent means we are always following the next node from the previous node. So every node contains the address of the next node. Then only we can follow the next node. So successive nodes can be reached only through the address in the previous node. So they are dependent on each other. Now the differences continues. Here the array takes more time while performing any operation like insertion, deletion, etc. So we know that in array we can insert the element, we can delete the element. That means we can add some element, we can remove some element. So those operations take little more time compared to the linked list. Accessing any element in an array is faster, as the element in an array can be directly accessed through the index. So here accessing is faster because we are having the index. If I say, suppose if I want to access the 15th element, just I can say A of 15. So we can access the 15th element. So that is the accessing through the index. In the case of an array, memory is allocated at a compile time. So what is compile time is the time before the execution of the program. So while you type the program, edit, and you make the corrections in the program. That is the compilation phase. In that compilation phase, the memory area is allocated for the array. And the next difference is memory utilization is inefficient in the array. For example, if the array size is 6 and the array consists of 3 elements, then the remaining 3 space will be unused. So here the utilization of memory. So now it is a simple case. It may not look much heavier, but suppose if you are having an array of 1000 elements size and only 100 elements are stored, 900 spaces are wasted. So here the memory utilization is inefficient. Now the fifth difference in this linked list is linked list takes less time while performing any operation like insertion and deletion. So in this array we have to go through all the elements and search to find out in order to add any element or to delete any element. But in the case of linked list, since we are using the pointers, these operations are very faster. Accessing an element in a linked list is slower as it starts traversing from the first element of the linked list. So here, suppose you wanted to access a 10th element, you have to find out what is the address. You have to go to the 9th element. So likewise, you have to, for the 9th, you have to go to the 8th element. So successively, we have to go to the first element. Then only you can access the necessary element. So accessing will be slower, but in array accesses will be faster. Okay, and then the next difference is in the case of linked list, memory is allocated at the runtime. So while the program is executed, dynamically the memory is allocated for the variables and the data structures which is created using the compilation phase. And then the last difference is the memory utilization. Here it is efficient in the case of linked list. Why? Because suppose if the particular node is not allocated, we can return to the memory pool. So now here the unused memory space can be deallocated and it can be used for some other purpose. These are all differences between the array and the linked list. So this array and the linked list comes under the linear data structure, and hope it will be easy to follow the difference between how the arrays are created and performed, the operations are performed, and in the case of linked list how the linked list operations are performed. And thanks for watching.